Now, this sort of broke yesterday while we're on air, and it's very difficult to digest. It's very difficult to digest big breaking news like that when you're doing a show, because you want to hear it about 3 or 4 times, you want to talk about it, but we played it and then we spoke about it. I've had, 24 hours to listen to it again, to read it again, to listen to various people's views. Danny Mills was very outspoken yesterday after us, actually. I am surprised he's come out and said this, bearing in mind that Man United is still his club.
Yeah.
That did surprise me. And also, Danny Mills made a few good points, which is that's just football, isn't it? Nothing's guaranteed. It's like, let me find the violin. It's that, right?
Yeah, and also Danny Mills made another good point as well, was that because he talked about he turned down a lot of good loans, but if Manchester United said that he couldn't go anywhere, then there was no loans on the table. He said something along those lines, and I think, I would have probably, if I'd have been Dean Henderson, I know that he's probably wanted to get out there for a while now. If reports had led to what he's talking about last season, one of the worst of his life, he was lied to. Even some of the quotes about he didn't want Ten Hag to see him train because he knew he'd want him to stay. I probably would have waited till I've got a good 3 or 4 months under my belt in Nottingham Forest, playing really well, top of my game, and then start flapping your gums a little bit. But he's going to Nottingham Forest. It is their first time back in the Premier League for some time. You'd expect them to be on the back foot quite a lot, so they're going to probably need him to make the saves that were possible. So I just question the timing, but again, it's frustration. I prefer players to be outspoken and speak their mind rather than,
But isn't that football, Benty?
Well, getting left out.
Well, getting left out, being told you're back in and you're not, and someone else being better than you. And
it is as well, but also as well, you've got to look at who you're potentially going to replace. Like, you're not talking about a novice. You talk about David De Gea, one of the best goalkeepers in Premier League history.
Yeah.
So again, even if David De Gea was having a bit of a dip, because of what he's done in the past, he probably would have been allowed a little bit longer to try and rediscover his form, which he did last season. He was brilliant. So there was no guarantees him coming back that he was ever going to take David De Gea's place. Just like that, that wasn't going to be the case. But what he's going to have to do now is, because this is everywhere, obviously there's Manchester United fans that are on his back, don't think it's really disrespectful to his club, his teammates, a little bit disrespectful to David De Gea. I guess he can kind of throw the manager under the bus because it was Solskjaer, and Solskjaer's no longer there. But
he did come out and say he didn't even bother training in front of Ten Hag.
No, because he don't want him to stay. But what he needs to do is get his head down, play well for Nottingham Forest, be one of the main reasons why they stay in the division this season, because it's going to be difficult, and then go from there. But doing that without making a save, going into a Premier League season, you're putting yourself under an awful lot of pressure, because now
he's got to be excellent.
There's going to be a lot of people out there, Manchester United fans, football fans, that are going to want him to fail, unfortunately, because that's just the environment we're in.
United fans, we'll carry on talking United in just a moment, but you can have your say on that if you want. 03 717 22334. Talking about Ten Hag, discussing Ronaldo leaving Old Trafford before the end of their pre-match or pre-season game at the weekend. It's come out today that Ten Hag has said, this is how he says it, by the way. He says, I don't certainly accept this. I think this is unacceptable for everyone on Ronaldo leaving at half-time.
Do you know what's crazy is that when we were going to talk about this last week, or was it the start of the week? We were going to talk about it, and someone came out and said, no, he's given permission.
Yeah, other players as well. David De Gea was another.
Yeah, all permission to leave the stadium at half-time.
Yeah.
Which I found bizarre anyway, because usually a manager would say, all right, I understand it's traffic, it's pre-season, maybe give it to 75 minutes and then go.
What? But why would you even...
But half-time is ridiculous, because you want to be there supporting your teammates.
Why would you be allowed to go anyway? Why would you want to go? I don't get that.
Some managers in pre-season have been like, it's only pre-season. Watch 75% of the game and then sneak out.
Oh, they do say that?
Yeah, some of them do. Don't bowl out. But the fact he's come out now and said this is unacceptable, again, you start questioning, okay, Ronaldo, we know how much of a superstar he is, but at the end of the day, he's a role model, and he's got to be there like the rest of his teammates. Now, it's going to be interesting to see what happens this weekend, because he got taken off at half-time.
Reports say he's going to be benched.
Okay, with his bench, and Ten Hag at some stage has got to be allowed to manage that Manchester United squad the way he wants to manage it. Now, if that means that Ronaldo is not in his plans and he doesn't want to use him, then he should be allowed to make that decision. But these type of situations here, where he's trying to unite the dressing room, trying to unite the club, and you've got kind of players going behind his back by doing this type of stuff, is not helping him. So I'm pretty sure part of him is probably thinking, I don't need this headache.